If you're headed that direction, be careful. You know all about that, though. You spent some time down in Florida.
A little time in Florida. That is now the third named storm of the season. So, and we haven't even really approached the peak of the hurricane season, which typically happens at the end of August and the first week of September.
So you're saying buckle up, we're in for a rough ride again?
There was Beryl that was out there, was posing a little bit of a threat to the northeastern islands of the Caribbean, and it fell apart. So not all tropical systems pose a threat, but it is those few that cause the majority of the damage.
Just as long as we don't have a season like last season.
No, we don't want that.
Ouch.
No way, guys. Okay, time-lapse video. Wow, what just incredibly dry air we have seen. Again, yesterday, folks, we had temperature readings of 102 degrees in Boise. By comparison today, it has been delightful, and that's because the temperatures have been flowing in and the air has been flowing in out of the northwest. So with the northwesterly flow, even if it's light and subtle this time of the year, you're going to see temperature readings that are closer to the average. And the average now is 90 degrees. Tomorrow, though, we're going to start cranking it up once again, 93. Almost 100 degrees on Thursday, just above 100 degrees on Friday, near 100 degrees on Saturday, and near 100 degrees on Sunday. Yeah, this is supposed to happen this time of the year, especially if we get any kind of a scenario where high pressure starts to build over and on top of the state. So with a weak front passing by to the north, high pressure has been pushed down here to the south just a little bit, and as a result we're seeing hotter temperatures, for example, out here in Pocatello than we are in Boise, which is currently 88 degrees, 85 degrees right now in Nampa. That's actually fairly comfortable, really kind of a nice evening. So here's the pattern. There's that weak little front that passed by to the north that pushed this high pressure ridge that baked us yesterday down here to the south and to the east. Now, as this low continues to move away, the high pressure is going to start nudging back. So this is why there's a slow warming trend that's in the forecast once again. But then watch what happens by late Thursday and Friday as the high pressure builds in across the western U.S. That's when things get really hot on Friday. That's when the temperature will likely go above 100 degrees, and we could have a heat wave that will easily stick around through not just the weekend, but some of the models are indicating that this high pressure is going to stick around, causing a heat wave that could easily affect us through the first of next week as well. So the forecast, as we look at that region by region, you'll note high temperatures tomorrow are going to gradually start warming up. In the Long Valley, we'll see highs in the low 80s. Overnight lows very comfortable in the 40s and 50s. Then as we get into the lower Treasure Valley, Weiser at 94, Payette at 95, Emmett Valley at 95 degrees. So the temperatures slowly start nudging up in the lower Treasure Valley and not as hot in the upper Treasure Valley, but regardless, it's still going to feel hot. Kuna at 93, Boise at about 93 degrees. Idaho City at 90, and Mountain Home right around 95. So when does it really start getting scorching? On Friday. That's when we hit 100 or possibly 101 degrees. On Saturday, 99, Sunday, 97, with temperatures possible again very close to the century mark around the first of next week. It all depends, and there you can see the forecast for the Long Valley, Brent. We're seeing temperature readings there remaining very close to 90 degrees all the way through the weekend. What happens is these high pressure ridges kind of fluctuate. They'll intensify, it gets hot, they break down just a little bit, and it cools off a few degrees. But still, the overall trend is for the high pressure to remain in place, and that means very hot, very dry conditions to continue.
Which is typical for this time of year.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Roland, thank you.
You bet.
Coming up on CBS 2 News, a growing